In this week's episode, we're going to be looking at setup ideas on pound Swiss franc, USD ZAR, CADJPY, and Euro New Zealand dollar. And we're also going to be announcing that final winner for the TradingView Trade of the Week competition. Welcome guys to another weekly setups episode here with FX price action. Today we're actually going to be announcing the final week's winner for the TradingView Trade of the Week competition that goes into that final round of voting before you guys can vote for your favorite setup. Before we get there though, I'm just going to share a few quick trade ideas, and these were all submitted by members of our community. And I'm going to start off with pound Swiss franc submitted by FXCM. Now we're on the 1 hour time frame here, and he's looking for a bit of a short once the market gets back to this QML level. You can also see this nice little bit of a flip zone area where the market had the consolidation and broke down. So ideally, once we get back to that level, we'll find the short, and we will ideally, hopefully, find new lows. Now there was a similar setup he traded last week on New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. That'll be featured at the end of this video. So you guys can have a look at that or see it in the before and after channel in our trading room. And you can use that as a reference to see how we're expecting this trade to play out. Yeah, so thanks for that, FXCM. We're going to be watching this one in our trading room. Now the next chart is again by FXCM, and this is on the USD ZAR, and we got the weekly chart in front of us here. Now we had this big rise in the USD ZAR, and since then it's been coming down, and we're reaching quite a big level, and we got this weekly order block over here. As you guys can see, we had this last bearish candle before the market shot up, and we're approaching that level again. And this level is also the 78% retrace of this up move, and we can also see this trend line coming in at the same area. So a lot of confluence over there, and once we get back to this area, this is where we're going to be switching to our lower time frames, and we're going to be looking for those lower time frame entry patterns. Next up is CADJPY, and this was submitted by Andile in our trading room. And again, we got this area marked down here, and we call this our potential action zone, and this is where we're going to be looking for our reversal patterns to take this market higher. Now we had the market clear these lows, we had the consolidation before we had this big impulsive move, and now we're creeping back down to this area, and we're also going to be clearing this liquidity. And hopefully once we get back here, we'll find some sort of price action, and we can ideally take this market higher to clear these liquidity points that we missed on the first move. And the final chart I want to look at is Euro New Zealand dollar, and this was submitted by Karabu, and we're on the 4 hour time frame here, and he's looking for a long on this pair. Now it is possible for this market to potentially reach a little bit lower to clear this liquidity point over here, and once we have that, it could be what we call the reach around pattern, and quite often we have explosive moves after we see the market sort of reach for these points. But we're going to have to see how this one plays out on the lower time frame, and any sort of any one of our patterns, we'll definitely be able to take this along. Karabu marked off this supply zone area as a potential target. I think that is quite a good target to have, and a really good reward ratio potentially if you do find the bounce in this market. So thanks for that one, Karabu. Now I'm going to be sharing some more setups in our trading room, so just keep an eye out on the setups channel, as I haven't been able to go through the charts just yet, but I'll be able to do that now before the next session. Next up, we're going to be announcing that final winner of the TradingView Trade of the Week competition. And again, just before we look at the top trades from last week, thanks again for TradingView for your support. I do believe that TradingView platform is the best analysis platform for those who are serious about trading. And if you've ever considered subscribing, now really is the best time, as TradingView has announced their amazing Black Friday specials again. Also keep in mind, if you sign up with our community link, you will also become a supporting member and have full access to our services, such as our live trading room for the next year. Those links are in the description below. Last week was a tough week, but we still had some great trades by those established traders in our trading room, and I'm happy to announce that the final entry in our Trade of the Week competition is FX Patriot with his short on New Zealand dollar Swiss franc. The trader had a clear plan, great entry, and easily reached the target. I will be sharing all those winning setups and opening up the voting soon, and we will be announcing those random cash prizes and final winner in next week's episode, where one trader will walk away with a premium sponsored TradingView account and that entry into our Hall of Fame.